Good evening, good evening, good evening, and peace and blessings to you. It's a great day. It's a blessed day. And if you don't know anything else on this day, know that you deserve to be blessed. Hey, 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 everybody. Hey, 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 hey. Look, y'all, it's Friday. Things are happening. It sounds like it's a thunderstorm going on outside. So I'm going to back up just a little bit because I was taken out of my element for a moment. And let me back up. Good evening, good evening, good evening, and peace and blessings to you. It's a great day. It's a blessed day. It's a Friday. And if you don't know anything on this Friday, know that you deserve to be blessed. Look, ladies and gentlemen, we had a lot of technical difficulties. 3 minutes before we were supposed to go live, everything went dark. But as you can see, there is light. There's light. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I am Titan Capri, and welcome to the Thought to Ponder, which we are here every Friday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We talk about a little bit. I know I have some new people coming in, some newbies, some new T2 peers, and I thank you for coming in. I thank you for checking me out. I thank you for, coming on and checking out, coming to take a sip of the thought with us. I appreciate you. I love you for that. Like, show me some hearts, show me some thumbs up, share, do all of that good stuff. You know, do what you do, right? Do what you do. Now, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I want to do a check-in. That's what tonight is going to be about, a check-in. But the check-in is going to be about you must live. So yes, that's going to be the topic tonight. So I think you all should go get your drinks, right? Make your drinks. Make sure your drinks are available because you're probably going to need one. I know I'm going to need one, so I already made mine. Y'all here? Y'all got it? It's a little secret sauce, right? Oh, hold on. Let me mix that up just a little bit. Y'all got y'all drinks? Come on, tell me in the comments if you got your drinks. Come on, tell me in the comments because we're going to check in, right? Everything is going back to 100% now. Everybody is out and about. Everybody's doing what they're doing. And we need to do a check-in. We need to do a check-in. So check in with me. Tell me what you're feeling. Tell me what's going on. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. Anybody? Somebody? Scream. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So tonight we're going to talk about you must live, right? There's a lot going on in the world, and a lot of us feel that our lives are not promised to us, and that sometimes it's much easier just to dwindle away and go away. But I do believe that you are. I do believe that you are someone who should live, and that's what we're going to talk about. That you must live tonight. So, like we do every Friday, you know, we love to clear the room. So I want to invite everybody else on in. I want you to come in. I want you to be with us. And what we do is we like to breathe. We take a breath. That's what we like to do. We like to take a breath and to acknowledge that our life is important. That's what we want to do. That you are important, that your life is important. And that's what we do with the breath. So what we do is we normally take 3 breaths. Now, on the first breath, I'm going to count it out for you and move my hands so you'll know what the count is. On the second, I'll still move my hands, but I won't count. On the third one, what we're going to do is let the universe know that we're in control. And how we do that is that once we take the breath and we bring it in, when we release it, we're going to make some noise. We're going to make some noise. Now, look, I'm not responsible. If you're at a library or you're at work and they come and tap you on the shoulder and hand you a box. Like, I'm not responsible for that. But on the third breath, we want you to go ahead and we want you to make some noise, okay? And that's just letting the universe know, that's letting everybody else know that you are good to go, that you are good to go. You're in control and you are doing this thing. Y'all ready? I think I heard you say that you were ready. So if you're ready, then let's go. Let's get it, okay? What I'm going to do on a count of 3, I want you to take the deep breath in, and then I want you to hold it for a 5 pace, right? And I'm going to move my hands to show you how that goes. And ladies and gentlemen, I know some of you are saying, Titan, we already know this, but this is for somebody new tonight that's coming in. This is for somebody that's never seen it before. I've met quite a few people this week. And so I invited them to come out and check out the Thought to Ponder. So that's what we're going to do, right? Y'all with me? Let me see some thumbs up. Let me see some hearts, y'all. Y'all in there? We good? Are we not good? Like, tell me what's going on. Tell me what's happening. Where we at? Okay? All right. So if we good, then that's what we're going to do. All right? On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Deep breath in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. I want you to do a little shoulder action. Come on, do a little shoulder action. Y'all know Tina Turner. Rolling, roll, left a good job in the city. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. All right. The second breath, ladies and gentlemen, on the count of 3, we're going to take that deep breath. 1, 2, 3. Deep breath in. And out. Yes. Come through, come through, come through, come through. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, you should feel a little warm, right? You should feel a little warm. Now, on this third breath, what I want you to do is take this breath in and think about anything that may have been good, bad, or indifferent this week, something that you wanted to tackle, you wanted to be at peace with. Take it in. And when you blow it out, I want you to blow it to the furthest reaches of space. I want you to blow it to the deepest depths of the ocean so that it doesn't come back around. You can handle it. You can work it out. You can do what you need to do. So I want you to think about that when you blow it out. Make some noise and let the universe know that you're in control, but send it on a trip. Send it on a trip around the world so you can do what you need to do in order to be at peace. All right? On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Deep breath in. Oh, I did that. I did that. Y'all can say what you want to say, but I did that right there. I did that. Yes, indeed. Look, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know that's what we do. When you make some noise, you tell the universe, you tell everybody that you are in control. This is you. Because a lot of times your pain and your frustration and your pain manifests itself in physical ways. And sometimes that's you being quiet. Follow what I'm saying? That's you being quiet. What you're doing is when you release the vocal cords, when you let them go, when they make noise, that's letting the universe know that you're here, right? That you're in control. As long as I'm sitting here silent and letting things happen to me and going on, I can never be in control of that, right? Sometimes some people may tell you that silence is best, right? Be quiet. If you don't have nothing good to say, be quiet. But what I'm saying is when you're dealing mentally, emotionally, and spiritually with what's going on in your world, right? Going on in your life, sometimes it manifests itself in a way of blockage. That making some noise is clearing that blockage. That's what that is. You know what I'm saying? All right, ladies and gentlemen. So look, y'all know that I like to make a little noise. Once we clear the room is clear. Y'all know that I like to come on with it. And I like to go ahead and make sure that we are grooving. Y'all know I like to groove. Hold on. Let me grab it real quick. Let me grab it. Let me see if I can grab it. Hold on. Y'all with me? Y'all see it? Y'all see the microphone? Y'all see it? Y'all ready? Am I ready? Y'all ready? Wait, did you say you was ready? I think I heard you say you was ready. So let's go. Let's get it. Sit it da 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 da. Sit it da 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 da. So ta 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 T2P. Check me out. T2P. Check me out. T2P. Check me out. T2P. Check me out. Boom. Ah. Boom. Boom. Ah. Boom. Boom. Ah. It's Friday, y'all. T2P. Come and check me out. Come and take a sip of the thought with me. All right, y'all. Look, let me see you. I know y'all are in. I know y'all think I'm crazy. Y'all think I'm crazy, right? Y'all come here. Look, I feel good. It's Friday. It's a long weekend for us. And so I am enjoying it. And I want you to do the same. But ladies and gentlemen, I think that when you clear the room, when you take a breath and you acknowledge that your life is important, I think it's good for you to have a little fun, laugh a little, release some of that tension, right? We talked about it physically will manifest itself. That's what will happen. So I'm looking for you. Where you at, people? Where you at? Where you at? Thumbs up, hearts, likes, follows. No, none of that. None of y'all. No. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move right along. I'm hoping that everybody can hear and see me and all that good stuff. If you can, let me know, because we got a whole lot of thunderstorms going on around here. And I just want to make sure that y'all are hearing me, seeing me. And then not only that, I'm wondering if y'all may have some issues going on, right? Those of you in the Houston area, because it's rumbling. Look, you rumbling. Anyways. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into this thought. You must live. You must live. That's it. Let me take a little swig before I start this one off, right? But let me say this. When I speak about you living, I am speaking about you living mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. A lot of times what happens is that we are not living to our fullest potential. Some of us go in and day out doing the same thing, and we never, ever, ever have the chance or the ability, right, to live fully. Okay? I was having a conversation. Y'all know I always have a conversation. I always got a story. So I was having this conversation with someone, and they were saying how their life was just in turmoil and things were just crazy and they don't understand what's going on. And I said, well, are you living? I'm standing right in front of you, Titan. Of course I'm living. No, that's not what I'm saying. Are you living? Because we can exist, right? We can exist, but are you living? I'm going to tell you something. Imagine having a rock over you. You know what? I'm going to quote The Color Purple right now. Imagine wanting to sing and having it beat out of you. You're still existing, but are you singing, right? Meaning, are you living? And that's what I take from that. We go every day into a job that we may not like. We go every day with a relationship that we think should have been long gone. We go every day with a decision that we made that we figured it probably wasn't the right decision. But we never want to free ourselves. We go every day with childhood trauma, right? We go every day with stigma. We go every day with these ailments and all of these things, and we're not living. Why? Because we have traded living with existing, right? And I know you're probably saying, okay, Titan, that's probably the same thing, but that's not the same thing. Opportunities will come your way. Blessings will come your way. Your purpose will come your way. But if you're just existing, it can pass you by. It can pass you by. I am a firm believer, ladies and gentlemen. As of 2019, I have made it my job, my duty to live. To live. I am a Black gay man who is HIV positive. And I was existing because I felt that I had no reason to live. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me. I'm going to say it one more time. I was existing because I felt like I had no reason to live. You understand what I'm saying? Imagine having a life and everything in front of you, and you're able to do whatever it is that you want to do. You may have to plan for it a little bit, but you're capable of doing it. But you choose, and this is what I believe in this sense. I'm not blaming anyone, but sometimes we choose the route of existing because we know it so well. It's easy. I don't have to step outside of my comfort zone because I'm existing. But you're not living. You're over here watching through the window pane as everybody else go and live their life and do everything that they're going to do. And you are sitting here wishing and wanting, you know what I mean? And feeling left out because you're not living. Now, I don't know what your thing is, but I like to travel. I like to go and watch shows. I like to go like a tourist, take my camera and go here and go there and do a lot of things. But there was a time when I was diagnosed with HIV, excuse me, I'm gonna go back. When I was diagnosed with AIDS, that I became a hermit, that I became somebody existing because I felt that there was no reason for me to live. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all tell me if you hear me. Tell me if you understand what I'm saying. Let me know what's going on. Because I think you're mighty quiet over there. I'm not hearing nobody. I'm not seeing nobody. I'm trying to figure out what's happening. Yeah, y'all come talk to me. Come talk to me. Come let me know what the deal is. Let me know what's happening, and let me know what's going on. Hold on a second. We finna get this. I think some of y'all not wanting to talk to me today. And I'm trying to understand what's the deal. Pickle, is everything kosher? You know what I'm saying? Is everything all right? Y'all there? Y'all with me? Okay, all right. All right, we're gonna see if we can't spruce it up a little bit. I know we had a little bit of some technical difficulties, but let's see what we can get going here. All right. So what I'm saying is that a lot of times what happens is that we exist, right? For the sake of existing. We don't live anymore. We don't want to do things that make us happy. We don't want to be in places that make us happy. Instead, we settle for those things that make us okay, right? You're not living. So let me give you the story. I was diagnosed with AIDS, and I was told that I only had 4 T cells. So I figured that I was dying, right? I figured that I was at death's door. I figured that it was time for me to go ahead on about my business. You know what I'm saying? I figured like it was a done deal because everything that everybody had said that was going to happen to me was happening to me. And HIV or AIDS was one of those things that they said was going to happen, right? And I was carrying around this childhood trauma. I was carrying around all of this stigma, and I was just existing. I wasn't living, right? And I'm sitting here saying to myself, like now I think back on it, I was just existing. I was doing what I thought needed to be done because that's what society had told me it was. That's what people had said it was. So that's what I did. I existed. I existed to exist. That was it. I wasn't living. I felt like that I was left out. And then I took on jobs. I took on things that kind of put me in a rut that wouldn't let me be there. But I'm going to back up to me being in the hospital. After being diagnosed with AIDS, I was in the hospital for the second time or the third time. I can't remember which. And I'm sitting here and I start having seizures. And these seizures were coming in waves, like just coming. And my mother was telling me, she said, stop playing. Stop playing. Like, what you doing? Like, don't play like that. And I was like, I'm not playing. Literally, my body started contorting, my face contorted. I was already thin. I had lost some 60 some odd pounds. My skin had changed texture. I looked like I was always thirsty. I was ashy all the time. It was just a lot of things going on. I couldn't keep anything down. The medication that they was giving me was not working well with my stomach. Like it was a lot of things going on. And so I felt that it was my time. I only had 4 T cells. Like I had never heard of anybody recovering from that. Well, little do I know now, but we'll talk about that later. Now I know, but back then I didn't hear about anybody recovering from that, anybody dying. And then, not to mention, most of the people that I knew that had HIV or that was diagnosed with AIDS were already dead. So my thought process was, take me. So I started praying for death because I didn't want to live, because I didn't want to live with this. I didn't want to live in the place of, I'm sick, I let my family down, my people down, my friends down. People are going to look at me differently. Nobody's going to understand where I'm coming from and what's going on. I felt that there was no reason for me to live. So I started praying for death. And I go to sleep, and my mother tells me that I was murmuring something, mouthing something. And she said it looked like as if I was talking to someone. But in this sleep, I was praying to just don't let me wake up. If it's for me to go, let me go. Let me go. And I'm talking to the darkness, and it's dark, right? And the only thing that I see out of this darkness, after I've been praying for this death, is this. And I don't remember verbally hearing the words, but I heard the words, stop. I'm not done with you yet. And right after that, the darkness wasn't so cold anymore. It opened up, and I opened my eyes. I still couldn't talk very much, but I opened my eyes and I saw my mother, and I saw the doctor at the edge of my bed. And he tapped me on the foot and said, "You're going to be okay." And he left. He left. And come to find out that they had given me a couple of bags, a couple of TP bags. It looks like milky sugar, but it was vitamins and minerals and all this other good stuff. And then they had put a central in my chest. I'm trying to think of what else had happened. They were checking my arterial blood, which I didn't even know that was a thing. My arterial blood to make sure that my sugar, because this, what they were giving me in these bags, was going to take my sugar up. And my sugar was like, at one point, like 400. Like literally, I had never heard of that before in my life either. And so I'm saying all of this to say that I didn't want to live because I thought my life was done. Tonight, I'm telling you, you must live. Regardless of where you're at in your life, look up, look around. There's some light somewhere. There's life somewhere around you. You may think everything is dead. You may think all of this is done. But I guarantee you that there's a purpose. There's a light somewhere around you. And what I want you to do, I want you to live. You deserve to be here. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to be loved. I want you to live. And ladies and gentlemen, tonight, if you can live, if you want to live, I want you to give me some thumbs up, give me some hearts, tap in and tell me that you are living. Because most of the time we're just existing. All we're doing is existing. I want to know if you're living. Are you living? Are you living? Because if you're living, then that right there is what life is about. And I'm not going to say that you have to have all the money in the world, right? I'm not going to say that you should be, hey, Sharika. I'm not going to say, oh, thank you for tuning in. Yes, yes. Y'all check out Sharika. Yeah, she's a boss. She's a boss. Thank you for tuning in, Sharika. I'm telling you tonight that you must live. Yes, live, laugh, and love. Come on, Sharika, that part. A lot of times we don't do that. A lot of times, if you think about what's going on in your life right now, and I'm not picking on anybody, but I'm just saying this is real talk. So let me back up and say, not you, let me say me. I looked around in my life, and there was nothing there to make me happy anymore because I felt like I had let everything go. I felt like I had effed up. I felt like everything was wrong. I felt like everybody was looking at me and pointing the finger and all of that. And I didn't want to exist in that anymore. I wasn't living in that. Hey, Latrell, I wasn't living in that, right? I was existing in that. And it wasn't until I saw how this impacted me and my life to where I had to turn it around. But I had to seek some counsel. I had to seek some help, right? Because I had come to a point, and I'm literally a loving person, a nice person, a happy-go-lucky person. I'm always like that. I'm always helping somebody else. but I literally could not help myself. Who prays for death? But I felt like there was nothing else to live for. And what I want to tell you all out there today, that there is, I can't even count how many things there are out there to live for. But the first thing you have to live for is yourself. You must live for yourself. You can't live for the man standing next to the man, standing next to the woman, standing next to the child, standing next to the baby. You can't live for none of them, right? When you're on a flight and they say if something happens mid-flight and the plane goes down and the oxygen mask comes down, they don't tell you to put it on somebody else first. They say put it on yourself first, and then you can help them. You can't help yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Because you're helping them. Sometimes you got to pull yourself away. And in my experience, I had to stand up for Titan. I had to stand up mentally. I had to stand up emotionally. I had to stand up spiritually and say, Titan, this is not good. Right now where you're at, you're existing. And you're not even existing for yourself. You're existing for somebody else, or for the look, or for the appeal, or for the gratification, or for the validation of somebody else. I thought to myself that death must be better than this. But the reasoning behind it is that I had let everybody else down. I'm not talking about Titan. I had let everybody else down. I'm the one in the hospital bed with tubes running out of me. I'm the one having seizures. I'm the one that can't keep food down. I'm the one that has a central in my chest. I'm the one that was sitting home with a bag on their side. You feel me? But I wasn't living for me. I was living for what they thought, or what they would see, or what they would say, or what they would do. And that's where I'm at. I'm letting you know tonight we're done. Stop living for everybody else. Because the reality of it is if you're not living for yourself, then who's going to live for you? Because they're not living for you. I want you to stop what you're doing right now and ask 15 people that you know, you living for me? You living for me? I guarantee you they can't tell you they're living for you, because shit, they ain't living for themselves. Oops, my bad. But anyways, y'all know this is my show, whatever. They ain't living for themselves. So how they going to live for you? But you've been living for them since the dawn of time. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. How many times have you went home and those four walls have closed in and you feel like you have just been woe out? You can't get no peace. You can't get no rest. You can't even come home and be at peace with yourself because you're living for them. You must live. Your life is important. When you breathe for yourself. Breathe for the fact that you are here and you are living. You are God's child. The universe made a space for you. But you can't live in that space being your purpose. You can't live in that space, your purpose, because you can't. You're just existing. In 2019, I said that I was going to tell people my story and who I was and what I was. Before 2019, I had never really stood up and told anybody that I was a Black gay man who's HIV positive. Hell, a lot of my friends that were standing right next to me did not know that I was HIV positive, period. I made the decision that I wanted to live. And the only way that I could live, and I'm speaking of myself, ladies and gentlemen, the only way that I could live was to be authentically, truthfully honest myself. Stand in my purpose. Stand in what God made me. Stand in who God made me. Stand in how I was made. Stand in my purpose in the universe. My purpose was to be me. And I didn't know that then. I didn't know that in order for me to live, I just had to be me. I didn't know that. And what I want you to do tonight, I want you to know that you got to live. And for you, and 9 times out of 10, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong, but I bet you won't tell me I'm wrong. You know what? Hold on. Hold on. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. If the only thing that you have to do in life to live, in order to live, is to be you. I know. I don't know who that was for, but whoever that is right there, that's for you. That's for you, because that's what I had to understand. It was hard because I had never told anybody about my life. I had never told anybody about the trauma, about the issues, the molestation or the rape or anything that I had went through. I didn't tell anybody. Why? Because I was existing. I didn't want anybody to know my truth. And in turn, what I was doing with myself is that I was stifling myself. I was shutting myself down. I was making myself small so everybody else could be big around me. Oh, no, y'all go ahead. Y'all trample all over me. Don't worry about me. I'll get up in a minute. No, baby, no. No, sis. No, brother, no. You must live. And I'm going to tell you something, and this may be a hard pill to swallow. But if you stand up in your circle, in your gang, in your friends list or places or anything, and you cannot live, you need to leave. Like, pack a bag, lights out, the party is over. You need to go. And you know how I'm going to tell you, like, you need to go? Let me show you. Like that. Go. 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 Like, get out. Right? I'm telling you, if you stop right now and stand up in your circle, in your gang, in your friendships, in your relationships, in your love ships, if you stand up right now and you cannot live truly and authentically as who you are, you need to bail. 2 fingers, 1 word. Peace. I'm out. That's what I'm saying tonight. You must live. Now, I don't know if you even want to hear it like that, if you even want to say it like that, if you want to feel it like that. But the thing is, though, you living is detrimental for your life. Right? We always say that we don't want to block our blessings, right? We don't want to do this. But what if your blessing was your life? Right? I know that it is, but I'm just saying, what if your blessing is your life? You are just existing day in and day out just because. And sometimes it's just because we're afraid to take that step. We're afraid to step out on faith. We're afraid to be who we are. It was hard for me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to lie to you. And y'all know I don't sugarcoat. It was hard for me. I'm sitting here saying to myself, like, why? Why, Lord? Like, what did I do to deserve this? But I wasn't living. My life was not meant to just exist. I was put on this earth for a purpose. And I don't care what none of y'all say. I want all of y'all to say purpose, because all of y'all were put on this earth for a purpose. Don't think you were put on this earth just because you're another baby, you're another number. You had a purpose. You have a purpose. You are a purpose. That part. Okay? Okay, facts. That part. You are a purpose. Therefore, you must live. Live. When the last time you did something for yourself? When the last time you made yourself smile? When the last time you went and got you a just because gift? When the last time you took a little trip just to clear your head? When the last time you sat down and meditated on the fact that you are shaking the table in the world or in the arena in which you exist, or in which you live? When was the last time? Ladies and gentlemen, take a moment. Take a moment and acknowledge that your breath is important, meaning your life is important, and you live. And you live. And you live. That part, ladies and gentlemen, that part. All right, y'all, look. I got to take a moment and pause for the cause. We got to pay some bills real quick. And then once we pay these bills, we're going to come back and then we're going to ponder HIV. But I want you to think about, you must live. You Must Live. Go ahead on. Let's pay those bills. Let's roll that beautiful bean footage. Hey, all right, y'all. We back. We back. We back. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say a little something about this segment prior to going into it. I started this segment because I am a Black gay male who's HIV positive. I've been HIV positive for 16 years. This May was my 16th year anniversary. And I apologize, y'all. I got the fan on. It got a little warm in here. And so, yeah, I'm not trying to do this, for photo's sake. Anyways, look, so I literally I started this segment in the show because I wanted to dedicate something to my HIV journey, my HIV struggle, my HIV accomplishments, my HIV thriving with HIV, right? And so this is my segment called Pondering HIV. And while we are pondering HIV, I'm going back to the topic, you must live. Most of us feel, as a consensus, that I've taken some notes of people that I've interacted with, that I have come in contact with, that I have understood from their diagnosis. Most people feel that, not all, but most people feel it's a death sentence. They feel that their life is over, that they're done. And I want to say to you, just like the topic tonight, you must live. A lot of times what we have is we have people that, including myself, feel that they have let everybody down. There's no reason for them to live. There's no reason for them to be. And literally what they would do is go ahead and give in and rather seek death than rather live. Okay. And although in theory, HIV is a death sentence to some, I'm 16 years in the game. I'm 16 years still being here. And I know 16 years in the game sounds like something, oh, Titan, you're making light of it. No, I'm not making light. I'm saying that was a struggle. I only had 4 freaking T cells. But 16 years later, I'm here. You understand what I'm saying? So when I say something to you like you must live, I'm telling you the reason that you must live is because your life is precious. Your life is important. You deserve to be here. HIV is not the end all be all. And what we have to do is start understanding that we matter. That just because we have HIV, that doesn't mean that we are supposed to be put out to pasture. You know what I mean? That we're supposed to be done, that we're damaged goods and we can never have a life. You must live. And living with HIV means that you know about your diagnosis. You know your status. You know where you're at, right? And it may be hard. It may be something that you feel is not something to be accomplished or something that you can actually do. But believe me, you can, right? And I tell you all the time, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a question, if you want to know something, if you are living with HIV, or if you're just an ally of an HIV individual, come talk to me. Talk to me. Shoot me a message. DM me, IM me, PM me, CM me, 3M me, whatever it may be. Get in contact, because all throughout my city of Houston, right? We have connections, we have organizations, we have community. There's no reason for you to be out there by yourself and feeling that your life is over. But you got to be able to understand that you must live. There's no way that you are going to be able to understand anything if you're just existing. And when you exist, right, to not live, then where are we? Where are we? So I don't know who this is for. I said it earlier, but I'm going to say it again. I don't know who this is for, but whoever this is right here, this is for you. Yes, you may have just received a diagnosis of being HIV. Yes, a diagnosis of being HIV positive. Yes, you may have received that diagnosis, but your life is not over. Your life is not over. You are able to turn it around. You are able to thrive with HIV. You are able to live a long and prosperous life, 16 years. But I had to get in my head that I was worth it. I had to get in my head that I must live. Live is knowing my status. Live is knowing everything about HIV. Live is knowing what my viral load and my CD4 count is. Live is knowing what HIV stands for. Live is knowing where I fall into the HIV spectrum. You know what I mean? Live is knowing what type of resources are there for me. Live is knowing how to live. And just because you're HIV positive, that doesn't mean that your life is over. I had somebody ask me just the other day, Titan, am I going to die? And I could see the pain in his eyes. And my answer to him was no. No, bro, that's not what we're doing. Not today. Not today. And somebody's going to say, well, Titan, you can say that because you've already been through it. But what I'm going to tell you is that I'm telling him on my watch, we can't do that. But in order for me to be able to tell you on my watch that you're not going nowhere, you got to be able to live. And live is being open to the fact that you have purpose. Open to the fact that you deserve to be here. And I know sometimes it sounds a little bit easier than it really is. But I believe that if you take one step toward that purpose, one step, and that one step may be calling Titan, or that one step may be I am in Titan, or that one step may be going to one of your CBOs, your community-based organizations, the Normal Anomaly, right? The Mahogany Project, Saving Our Sisters United, right? AIDS Foundation Houston, AIDS Healthcare Foundation. Know your status. Know where you are with your status. Because some of us know our status, but some of us are not good with our status. And I believe I was asked the question just 2 days ago, what do I think could end HIV? And what I think can end HIV is people just like me, people just like you, who have been diagnosed with something they may not understand, but they are out there doing a good fight. And I'm gonna tell you, fight for yourself, because ultimately that's who matters. That's what happened. I had to fight for myself first. But what I want you to understand is that you have people out there. We are a community. You are community. That's why I started this Pondering HIV, because I figured that somebody out there was not hearing it. Somebody out there was not seeing it. And I'm going to tell you, I wasn't seeing it like that before it really affected me. And it didn't just affect me. It affected my family. It affected my friends. It affected our relationships. It affected my life. It affected everything. But again, what I had to do was come to terms with, right? HIV is not the end all be all. I had to be able to say, I got to live. I got to live. Knowing your status is living. Understanding what your status means It's living. Understanding what your viral load is and your CD4 count is, understanding what HIV does to your body, understanding what it does to you mentally, emotionally, spiritually. That's living. And I know some of you probably saying, okay, well, Titan, that's just me, Googling whatever have you. Well, then educate yourself. However you feel you need to do it, educate yourself. But there are many of us out there in the fight, in the community that are there for you. You don't have to do it alone. You don't have to be alone with this. I'm going to say it again. Whoever this is right here, I know you just found out that you were HIV positive. I know. And I know it feels like the world is crashing in on you. I get it. I know you feel like you're in this by yourself. But you're not alone. You're not alone. People ask me all the time, why am I so vocal about being HIV positive, about being a Black gay man who's HIV positive? And I said, nobody will know unless I tell them. Now, this is my journey. This is my fight. This is my purpose. That's what I believe. I'm not saying you have to do the same thing that I'm doing, but I am saying that there are those of us out there, organizations, people, community that are here for you. The good fight, right? And so I want you to know you are not alone. You've never been alone, right? Contact me. Contact me. Contact those organizations I just mentioned. They are good organizations that are in the community that are fighting for you. But I want you to know this. Any of those organizations you go to, right? The key factor is you must live. You must live. Treatment as prevention. You must live. I think your HIV diagnosis is just the beginning. And I know y'all probably saying, Titan, I knew you were going to twist this and turn it around. But no, to be honest, I believe that your HIV diagnosis is the beginning. It's the beginning of you to start over. It's the beginning of you to try it again. It's the beginning of you to live. It's the beginning. It's the beginning. You ain't got to take my word for it. Call me. Call me. IM me. DM me, CM me, PM me, BM me. Do whatever it is you to do. But do understand that you must live. You must live. Newly diagnosed, previously diagnosed, in care, out of care, all of that. You must live. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we want you to be in care. We want you to be as healthy as possible. We want you to go. But I can't make you do anything that you don't want to do. But I want to say this to you. You must live. Hit me up. Hit me up. Hit me up. Look. Hit me up. Hit me up. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, I'm trying not to like drop no tears or nothing tonight because I'm just like this. I just want to be clear because it's on my heart. So whoever that is tonight, I'm not begging you. I'm not saying that you have to do it tonight, but take that first step in living and being healthy and understanding, right? Because again, you can't do it all by yourself. At some point, when you're living for yourself, you're going to have to be able to move forward. And if you can't move forward right now, I understand. But do know that we're out there. Okay, I'm going to stop begging. One more time. Do know we're out there. You see Titan Capri? I'm Titan Capri on all social media. Come to the Thought to Ponder. Look, I want to be able to help. And if you are willing to live, if you are willing to go forward, if you're willing to do, then we can start off by just having a conversation. That's it. That's it. And you don't have to call me and You don't have to be HIV positive. Contact me if you just want some knowledge. Just want to have a conversation. Well, Titan, what do I do? I give you the best that I can give you. Okay? All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and head on to this final thought. Y'all got me over here being sentimental. So here's the final thought. It's 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 the final thought. Oh, y'all weren't supposed to see me doing that. Y'all supposed to see me doing. Look, ladies and gentlemen, this is my final thought. And I just want to say to everyone watching and everyone that's going to watch and listening to that, your life is precious. You must live. You were put on this earth for a reason. You were not a mistake. You were not something that just happened. Divine intervention brought you here. And yes, your life may have been caca. Your life may have been crazy. Your life may have been something other than what you hoped it to be. But I want to let you know that everybody has purpose. I'm not going to tell you to not acknowledge your pain, not acknowledge the stigma, not acknowledge your trauma. I'm not going to tell you not to do that. And sometimes you may have to seek some professional help in order to do that. And that's fine. But what I am saying to you tonight and every other day going forward, you must live. You must live. I know some of you are probably looking at this broadcast or listening to this broadcast and probably saying, "No, well, Titan, I am living. I am living." But when you get home, or you in your car, or you just have a moment of nostalgia and you think about your life, and if you can't smile and be happy about your life, then you're not living. You are not living. If everything is a regret, if everything is a problem or an issue, if everything is an unhappy feeling to you, you're not living. Now, I'm not no doctor. I'm not no psychiatrist, no counselor. I'm not a life coach or none of that. But what I will tell you is that I've lived. I've lived. You got to live. You got to live, ladies and gentlemen. Life is too short. We're only here for a borrowed time. And our lives were meant to be lived. Don't let the bell toll and you haven't lived your life. Live. You must live. Regardless of what anybody's ever told you, regardless of what you've ever thought, regardless of what you've ever felt, regardless of the childhood trauma, regardless of the trauma that you have in your adult life, regardless of the issues and the problems and the concerns that everybody bring to you, you must live. Regardless of that diagnosis that you just received, you must live. There is no blueprint, unfortunately. But I do know your happiness. I do know your heart. I do know your spirit. Right? We know that. So now we must find out what makes it happy and live. Take your trip. Have a spa day. Have a moment to yourself. Be one with God or the universe. Be one with your higher power. Whatever it takes for you to get there, then you get there. But you take that first step and know that you must live. Make sure that you pat yourself on the back for just being here. Make sure you give yourself a kudos. Make sure you give yourself a just because gift because you are still here. If you'd have asked me 16 years ago, laying in that hospital bed, Titan, are you going to be here in 2021? I probably would have told you no. As a matter of fact, I didn't think I was going to see 2006. Live. That's what you got to do, is live. That's what you got to do. Come talk to me, ladies and gentlemen. Come see me every Friday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time here on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Come and talk to me. Come and take a sip of the thought. And remember, if you don't know anything else, is that you deserve to live. Your life is yours to live. You must live. And remember, there was no other reason you were put on this earth other than to be blessed and to be a blessing. And if you are a blessing, then you bless. And if you bless, then you surely are a blessing. Think about it. Think about it. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all on next Friday. Well, actually, next Friday, I will have a past show playing. I got some things to do on next Friday. So it will be a pre-recorded show on next Friday. However, still come and check it out. Still check in with me. If you know somebody, if somebody knows somebody, somebody want to talk about somebody want to talk to somebody, yabba, 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 all that good stuff. Y'all check me out. Y'all come talk to me. And for that person or people or the individuals that I pointed at, whoever it is right there, come talk to me when you want to live. And even if you don't want to live right now, still come talk to me. We'll talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. I want you to know that you're not alone. We're here. We're a community. And we want you to live just like you want to live. And I know you do. I know you do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, peace and blessings to you. I love you. I love you. Until next time, you make sure that you're living. Live. I want to hear your stories. Talk to you later. Peace and blessings to you. Love you. Until next time.